good, guys? It's Alonzo Nation here. Back with another video, my first video of NBA 2K23, guys. Shooting guard build for you guys today. Some of you may like it, some of you may not. Let me know in the comments below. Make sure to like and subscribe for more 2K Fortnite Fall Guys content. So let's get to it. Height, we're going to go 6'7". Just in case you want to drop down to the 3 or you just need some size for defense, 6'7" is a great height. We're going to go 193 for the weight. And wingspan, we're going to go 6'7". So, you know, a lot of guards I see don't want to play the 3, but you gotta look out for them things. You always want to be versatile. And some of you may have a set lineup where one guy made a PG, shooting guard, small forward, power forward, and center, but sometimes guys are in and out of the lineup. So this build could also play the 3. So let's get to the finishing. So driving layup, we're going to put up to a 70. And driving dunk, we're going to put up to a 70. And feel free to make adjustments after I'm done with this. Some of you may want more playmaking. Some of you may want more finishing with this build. But if you keep it this way, you get, and I know a lot of you probably won't keep it the exact way. I know I don't do that with builds. I look at them as recommendations or just get an idea. And feel free to do that with this build. But you do get Giant Slayer Gold. You get Pro Touch Gold. You get Aerial Wizard Silver. And you get 2 Tier 3 badges, Limitless Takeoff and Silver. You're not going to be Vince Carter out here posterizing people with this build. But it's good for a spot up, for a guy who likes to space the floor. That's Gilbert. He likes to do that. This was his build. And you can still finish. Driving layups are really overpowered this year, so even a 70 driving layup is still fine. And you could always raise it if you want to. And you, I mean, 7 might not be a lot, but you could still, if you want, put Giant Slayer Gold, Pro Touch Gold, or if you put Giant Slayer Aerial Wizard and 2 bronze badges, you could always do that as well. So, like I said, if you want to make adjustments and you're more of a slasher, feel free to. A lot of players like to slash more than shoot, or shoot more than slash, or they want more playmaking than defense. You can do that with this build. So mid-range, we're going to put that up to a 78. Mid-ranges are always important in 2K. I used to not really care about mid-ranges. As a PG, I used to think, I'm always going to shoot 3s or attack the rim. There's no in between. But as I grew as a player over the years, I realized, man, mid-ranges are always important to have. So you're going to put that as a 78. You're going to max out your 3 ball, and you're going to put your free throw up to an 83. So as you see, you get 24 shooting badges. You get Tier 3 all gold, and all but Midi Magician and Tiers 1 and 2 are all Hall of Fame. You won't get to put them all Hall of Fame, obviously, but you get all the shooting badges you want out of a build, especially as a spot up. This is a point guard's dream to have a guy with a 93 3 ball with all these shooting you can rely on to hit the 3 ball. You get Valium Shooter, Green Machine, Space Creator, Corner, Catch and Shoot, Claymore, which is really good this year, Clutch Shooter, Slippery, Comeback Kid, Amped, Guard Up. And then you can still have Midi Magician Gold if you like to shoot mid-range. A lot of park players go for the mid-range, or a lot of pro-am. Even in the rec, you see a lot of guys shooting mid-ranges. So this has everything a shooter would want badge-wise. And if you don't want that much shooting, you could always drop your 3. But, I mean, as a shooting guard, you're most likely not going to be handling the ball as much. You're going to be needing to spot up, space out the floor for your point guard. This build can absolutely do that. I love the shooting this build gets. So for playmaking, you're going to put your pass accuracy to a 72 just so you can pass. If you handle the ball more, you'll probably want a little bit higher. It just depends. Same with ball handle, you're going to put that up to a 75. If you want to put that up a little bit more, you can. And then speed with ball, we're going to put that up to a 75. So you still get solid playmaking. You get ankle breaker gold, special delivery gold, and vice grip gold. You get unpluckable silver, hyper drive, floor general, dimer, break, starter, needle threader, and post playmaker silver as well. So you get a good mix. You're not going to be a cheesy shooting guard or anything, at least not playmaking wise, but maybe you want to adjust that. Maybe put your ball handler up to an 80. You would get, if you put that both up to 80, you would get 18, and you would get hyper drive gold. So maybe some of you want to do that. So for defense, you're going to max out your perimeter defense. You're going to put your still up to a 90, just so you're that lock, you're that two-way guard of lock and shooting. You're going to put your offensive rebound up to a 39, and you're going to put your defensive rebound up to an 84. And for defense, you get ankle braces, pick dodger, all fall pest, workhorse, and menace, all Hall of Fame. You get challenger, clamps, interceptor, and box out beast, even though you probably won't need box out beast, but some guards use it just in case you want to have that advantage over other guards. If your center's trying to keep the other side out the paint, you want to go in there and snag a few rebounds and box other players out. I guess you could have it, but it probably wouldn't be a must-have bag. But you do get that gold if you do want it for having an 84 rebound. And ankle brace is always good, especially when you're guarding cheesy PGs, which as this build, you might be asked to guard a lot of cheesy PGs because your defense is really good on this build. Pick dodger, that's always good, especially if you're playing that pick and roll on defense. All fall pest if you're guarding a corner. And then workhorse, a lot of loose balls you can grab as well on the defensive end. So, I mean, this build, to me, is a really good two-way build. And you could always drop the defense, put it towards playmaking, maybe put that up to an 80. Or if you want to put your driving layup and dunk up to an 80, you could probably drop your defense to 80. Your steal to an 80 and your perimeter defense to an 80. That's what I do with my point guard because I was trying to get more balance with everything, especially as a point guard. As a shooting guard, you probably won't be asked to do as much as a PG. But if you're a secondary ball handler or you like to slash a little bit more, feel free to make those adjustments. So physicals, we're going to max out the speed, acceleration maxed, 60 for the strength. Vertical, we're going to put up to an 80. And stamina, we're going to put up to a 96. So you still get a high vertical. Strength is important for defenders, especially if you keep this the way it is. It's going to be important for you so you don't get bodied in the paint or you don't just get bullied in the paint, especially if they have that bully badge. And then stamina, you get the plus fours. You don't need a 99 anyways. So all in all, really like this build. You know, there's no perfect build out there. This build's not going to fit everybody. And that's why I said, make changes if you want to. Put more playmaking, put more finishing. Maybe you don't want as much shooting. Maybe you don't want as much defense. Maybe you want to just be that offensive menace and have high dunking and high shooting and high playmaking and put no defense. You do you. But this build for a player who plays the corner on offense or just needs to shoot, just likes to shoot, but also wants a little bit of dunking or playmaking in their build, this build's a perfect fit for you. And takeover, you get shooting and lock takeover. You still get limitless range, you could do that. And you can still do extreme clamps and have a really good two-way build. So let's see who we're compared to here. You're compared to Del Curry, Desmond Bane, and Tyler Hero. So you could be a lights-out shooter and still defend on a high level. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.